He brought so much to us, more than we ever could have done for him.
Joanne Short's son, Ashton Hirai, was born with a heart condition. He needed surgery at just a couple weeks old. That's also when they learned about his brain malformation.
When Ashton was born, doctors didn't give him too much hope. At first, they said he wouldn't live 1 year. They said he wouldn't live 5 years. He ended up being with us for 26 years.
In March, Joanne's husband was on the mainland for work. Her eldest son, Morgan, was home alone with Ashton, and she had just landed in Oklahoma for a business trip the night Ashton had a cardiac event.
I got the call at like 3 a.m. Oklahoma time, so I was frantic. I was trying to get back. When I got the call from my son and from the paramedics, it first seemed like that they could not revive him. After an hour of working on them here, they were able to revive him. They were able to transfer him to the ICU.
Joanne and her husband immediately contacted his nurse, Sarah Kuma, asking her to be with Ashton at Queens West.
Got a call later on from Ashton's dad saying that, wait, Ashton's still alive. And Joanne sent me a text and was like, wait, Ashton's alive. And they asked if I could come over here. And I knew Morgan was by himself. Me and my wife were both nurses and we both worked for Ashton. We would do anything for them.
Sarah stayed at Ashton's bedside the whole night.
What kind of IVs, what's going into him right now? What's his condition? They're taking him for an x-ray. So she kept me up to date on all of that. And I needed to know that. It was so hard for me. That flight was the hardest thing I've done. She was sneaking pictures of him. So she was putting the phone up to his ear so he could hear my voice. So I could talk to him so he could hear me.
Joanne and her husband flew into Oahu the following day. They prayed together and turned off Ashton's life support as a family.
If it were not for Sarah, we wouldn't have the chance to say goodbye as a family. Sarah there was that reassurance, and that's why I felt like she's a hero. She's such a hero in our life, and we can never recover that last moments as a family.
It's a privilege and it's an honor. Doing that was nothing to me. Like it's just being a good human and I know that anybody would have done that too, any of the nurses.
Sarah cared for Ashton for 9 years.
It was so fun and I miss it actually because Ashton's family became kind of like a family to us. Yeah, working here was fun. You never knew what was gonna happen. Ashton's a fighter and I think we all know who he gets it from. His mom and his dad are fighters too.
She went above and beyond and sing to him, she would play with him, she would interact with him so much.
For Sarah, Ashton's passing hasn't been easy.
It's been hard because he felt like a huge part of my life. And even like coming to this house, it's so weird for me because I spent like almost 9 years here. It's been interesting. It's an interesting transition in my life, like doing school nursing now. It's almost like Ashton kind of like propelled me into like this next chapter in my life, which I'm actually loving a lot. And I probably would have never left home care if it wasn't for Ashton.
Sarah is now a nurse serving public school kids.
Sarah, we love you so much. You're really priceless in our lives, and you're part of our family forever.
Jolani Martinez, Hawaii News Now.